Hi, I'm Mike Saxenian. Welcome to my vlog series, edX Talks. Each episode, I'll be speaking with one of our expert teachers or administrators about how we use the abilities model to enable our students to thrive here at McLean's School. So relax while we tell you about transformative education at McLean. Welcome to another edX Talk here at McLean School. I'm Mike Saxenian, head of school, and I'm here with Dr. Josephine Diemond, who's the head of our upper school. And before we get going, I just want to pause a moment and let you know that we have construction going on outside. We're doing a beautiful new addition to our upper school. But you may hear a little noise in the background. The window's a little dirty from the construction dust, so please excuse the inconvenience. And let's get going. So, Josephine, tell me about how you got into education. What inspired you to move in this direction?
I happened to live next to a middle school principal growing up, and his wife took a particular interest in me. My parents, being Italian, didn't speak English well enough to help me with my homework, so I would go next door and get help with homework. And that sort of started to cement in me the importance of an educator and a mentor in the life of a child. And even when I went to college and I decided that medicine might be where I might land, I decided that that really was not the right trajectory for me, that my passion was really in education, in helping children. And in particular, helping teenagers, because I often feel that teenagers are misunderstood.
Yeah, one of the things I've really seen and admired in your leadership of the upper school is the way you connect with and really shepherd along each student in the division and each teacher.
Yeah, and they're all different. The kids are all individuals. They're all at different levels and at different paces. And you really need to understand who they are and how to connect with them, because it's different for every child. But what kids need to know is that someone has their back, and someone respects them, and someone is their cheerleader.
So you mentioned giving the students a sense that they're understood and that we have their backs. What are the other ingredients to a successful upper school experience?
Well, students need to learn a good work ethic. They need to take responsibility for their work. And they need to be part of the community. The extracurricular activities are important. All of that is so vital for any community to thrive.
Yeah, and one of the things I think we do really well here at McLean is enable students to try things out, experiment, take safe chances, but try volleyball or try getting on the musical in the spring, whatever it is that moves their fancy. And sometimes they'll experiment in a whole bunch, join the robotics team to see what fits.
I think that's vital, and in our community we allow students to do that, but to do it in such a way where it's non-judgmental and they can take those healthy risks. And you will also find teachers suggesting that students do various activities sometimes.
That's really terrific, and it's sort of emblematic of the deep relationship that teachers and students form. Maybe you could just talk a little bit about how that happens here at McLean.
Yeah, what's really vital for students to learn in any setting is the ability to feel safe. And that comes in several ways. Obviously, physical safety is important, but what's also important is social safety. Our students here at McLean are really nice kids, and they are very trusting, and the faculty acknowledge that and respect that and form relationships with students. And that's just either organically by talking with them, taking an interest in the child, and taking an interest in what that child is doing inside and outside of the classroom. That is so vital for students to feel that level of safety. And with the relationships they form with the teachers, they also have the ability of being able to self-advocate. And as long as they continue to have positive experiences with the self-advocacy and with the relationships that they develop with the teachers, then they're more open to learning. But there's also another component to the safety piece, and that is that they feel safe within the framework of the classroom. They feel that they can raise their hands, ask questions, and not be ridiculed by their peers.
So important.
We've established that setting within the framework of the classroom.
So creating safety on all these different levels for students, and then setting a high academic bar and
Correct.
expecting them to reach that bar, right? It's not,
Yeah.
we're not dumbing things down here.
Not at all.
And how do you see that play out as students graduate and move on to college?
What students really appreciate is the level of writing skills that they get from McLean and the level of self-advocacy. And college success, 50% of it is reading and writing, and certainly academic ability. But the reading and writing is extremely vital, and our students are very well prepared
Yep.
for that. And they are not afraid to ask professors for help when they go to college, and they're stunned by their peers who don't go ask for help. Throughout their high school years, they develop that level of responsibility and that grit and perseverance, so that when issues occur or they're having a little bit of difficulty, they know exactly where to go. They know the resources that they have available to them.
So communication skills, grit and perseverance, and the ability to self-advocate. Those are really skills not just for college,
Yeah.
but for life also.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So a lot of what you've been talking about, to me, sounds like what we've come to call the abilities model with
Absolutely.
McLean. This fundamental approach which recognizes who the student is first and all of their strengths and as well as their challenges,
Yep.
and but supports them where they need it, but really allow them to find their passion and accelerate
Yep.
wherever they can.
Yeah, I don't like to use words like I can't. And for us in the upper school, it's all about what the students can do, building on their strengths and shoring up any areas of weakness. Those areas of strength are so important for students to build self-confidence and to know that they're succeeding. And once they figure out how to deal with certain challenges that they have, they just start to soar. So
Yes.
I'm very proud of the work the faculty do with that.
Are there any specific stories that come to mind that exemplify what happens here at McLean?
I think we've had so many successes over the years. One who came to us early in the lower school had been told by a previous school that she would never amount to anything. You know, and how do you tell a first grader that she will never amount to anything? And that student wound up being our valedictorian.
Wow. Well, that speaks
Absolutely.
volumes,
Absolutely.
so to speak. Thank you. That's it for today. Thanks for joining us for another HeadX Talk. Today's was with Josephine Diemond, head of our upper school. Thank you for bearing with us through our construction noise. We're so excited about the new spaces that we're adding to our building. And if you'd like to learn more about that, please go to our website, mcleanschool.org.